First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
55, Mike 55. Here we go, G.
80 weapons.
Begin.
Smooth.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. They can't hang with us. Watch twist.
Hey, lock it.
Throwing on first down. Fitzgerald. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Jackson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Jackson on first down. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, Mike.
To throw again. Fitzgerald. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson throwing again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, Johnson. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Check 13.
Yo, I got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
No.
At the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
57. Mike, 57. Record.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Rip left. 57 to Mike. 50 to go.
Now on 2nd and 16, Fitzgerald. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo. Look at me. Zipper.
On 3rd down, Fitzgerald throws right side, and that's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14 to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Interception, baby.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, let's get there.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
2nd and 6. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Following the fumble recovery, Fitzgerald. It's complete to Fuller. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson. Now he steps away, and the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
26, Mike. 26. Go. He's scared. Why? Get wide. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Under 10.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Push him back.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
26, Mike. I'm going to run you over.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, defense, let's go. He's coming. Double up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
After the sack on 1st down, Fitzgerald. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 19 yards that time for number 19. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Fuller with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The throw right sideline here is complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
26 minutes.
It's a game of 19 and brings up third down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Check 26, check 26. Check 4, check 4. Shit. Shit. Hey. Motion.
Now Jackson on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. On 2nd and goal, Jackson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start.
Yeah, that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Hey, Haywood. Yep.
Mike 57, Mike 57. In your face.
It's a go.
On first down, Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On second down, it's Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
49, guys. Mike.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
Down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
49 to Mike. Here we go. Mike's 49.
Ready?
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Shoot.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Fitzgerald. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch the end. Check it back. Check it back. He's coming. We got double up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Watch the pass. Check. Crunch. Like 20. Go. Coming. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
22. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Jackson now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. He's got daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score, Vikings 49, Lions 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
I got him. Watch out.
Lead grip.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Fitzgerald. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Set. 8, read. 80 weapons.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
5.
They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 3. You got tape.
Throwing again. Jackson. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. 36. Yup. Same on. Check 50.
Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. All day, punt. Kill. Undercrush.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
49's the Mike. Hey, they scared.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 49, guys. Mike.
Blue draw corkers. Let's go.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Fitzgerald. He's got Fuller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Ready? 22, Mike 22. I'll get him. Get him. Now.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrett Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
61, matchbox light. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
General West.
Kill.
Go. Golf.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. But if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Lucky. Check 52. Switch.
Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the safety creep. Like 22. Let's go, let's go.
Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson caught by his tight end, Wesco. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. He's going to let it fly. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Pilot, 64, weak. Look at me. Go, go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam, slam, slam.
Leo, Leo.
Check 99.
Fight.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzgerald. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.